Miles Sanders, first carry of the game, takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Hurts is going to try and run. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Hurts, and incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it'll be third down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his left. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On the move to his left, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Back near his goal line, here's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he'll be out right at the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Brady now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 81 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Butler making the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 77 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, left side. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Brady's going to sneak it, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers.
You're holding
what does
up
that
4
mean?
fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far, 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, 2nd one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin. 75 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. And he's got this down to the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing on first down is Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.